Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're diving into some fundamental concepts of Terraform resources. We'll explore what resources are, how to configure them, and understand some key concepts like resource type, arguments, and dependencies. At the end of this video, we'll have a demonstration as well, which will kind of incorporate all the concepts that we're going to cover. If you're new to Terraform or trying to look into deepen your understanding, you're in the right place. Let's get started. To start, let's define what Terraform resources are. In Terraform, resources are most important elements in your configuration. Each resource represents the components of your infrastructure like EC2 instance, S3 bucket, or VPC. Every resource has a resource type and a set of configuration details. Configuration details are essentially arguments that would help you create your resource. For example, if you're creating EC2 instance, you would define its configuration by defining its AMI ID or its instance type. So when the resources are declared in your configuration files, Terraform handles the lifecycle for the resources. It creates those resources for you. It even updates and destroys them as you desire. When it comes to defining your resources, Terraform uses something like resource block to define a resource. This block specifies what type of resource that you're going to create, and it gives a unique local name and provide all the necessary configuration details. This essentially acts as a blueprint for a Terraform to create a resource. Whenever you're defining any resource, you define by starting with this resource keyword. Here's a basic example. In this block, AWS instance is a resource type, and web server is the local name, unique local name actually that we given to this instance. And inside the block we are defining the arguments, which is in this case is the AMI and the instance type, to set up the instance as we want. The resource block is how Terraform reads and determines what resource it is going to create. If you define your arguments incorrectly, Terraform would recognize that and error out. The resource types is essentially a blueprint provided by a provider on how you could configure their infrastructure elements like EC2 instance or S3 bucket. For example, if you are creating AWS instance, you would EC2 instance, you would use AWS instance as a resource type. Similarly, Azure RM-virtual machine would be the resource type for Azure virtual machine. Each resource that you create is associated with the resource type. So when you declare resources, you specify their type and set up their configuration by defining their attributes. All the attributes that you define kind of determines the behavior, how the resource is gonna get deployed in your environment. Resource arguments depends on the resource types that you select, and the arguments are the one that determines the behavior and of your resource. As I said before, arguments may vary, depends on what type of resource type you select. For example, if you're creating AWS instance, the arguments like AMI and the instance type would be required to create the resource. If you're creating S3 bucket, the arguments for S3 bucket would be like bucket name or ACL for access control. Meta arguments are special arguments that could be applied to all resource types. They offer many advanced features to manage your resources. And this allows you to kind of specify things like resource dependencies. You could create multiple instances from a single resource block. You could even manage the life cycle of your resources. Some of the important meta arguments include depends on. This basically ensures that a particular resource get created before another one. Count is essentially allows you to create multiple instances of a resource. Provider is something that you would use if you want to specify a non-default provider. Provisioner is something that allows you to take additional actions after the resource that has been created. In an example of using some of the meta argument in this block, we're using the count, which is going to create two instances for us. And then we have depends on meta argument, which is going to ensure that VPC, which is named main in our configuration, get created before this EC2 instance is created. And then you have another provisioner meta argument, which is going to ensure that the lifecycle of this EC2 instance, which essentially in this configuration means that it would prevent from the accidental deletion of the EC2 instance. After creating resources, you might want to access the attribute for whatever reason. One way to do is to use the attribute values directly within your configuration. And the syntax for something like that kind of goes like this. You have a resource type, then the local name, and then the attribute. In this example, you're looking at it, we've created the VPC. And then when we are creating the subnet, we are accessing the attributes of VPC, just following the similar syntax I've highlighted before. Accessing attribute like this way allows you to kind of links your resources together. Dependencies are usually handled automatically. Most of the resources, whatever the dependencies they would have, Terraform would take care of it. This kind of allows Terraform to create resources parallelly and quicker. But for whatever reason, if you need to define the dependencies, you could do that using depends on meta arguments. Here's an example where we defining depends on meta argument, which is kind of ensuring that VPC is created before we create the EC2 instance. With that, we covered all these concepts, and let's move on to our demo where we will see all these ideas in action. Okay, so this is a simple configuration that we have for demonstration. Just gonna quickly go over it. So first we have a required provider define what provider we want to use. We're gonna use AWS, so that's what provider Terraform's gonna download, and then I'm using provider block to defining the region that where I want to have my resources created, and then I'm declaring a resource block here, and this resource block is going to create a AWS VPC for me, and it's named main in our configuration, and I define the cider block for this one. And then I have another resource block that would create EC2 instance for me, and all these things are the arguments for my EC2 instance. Similarly, cider block is argument for my VPC, and then I'm using depends on meta argument to configure my dependencies. It's not needed, but for demonstration I'm doing it. What this is going to ensure that my VPC get created before my EC2 instance is created. And then you have another resource that's going to create the security group. In this resource, we are referencing VPC's ID by kind of referencing referencing the VPC resource. So we are calling the ID similarly how we learned that we could reference the attributes of the resources that in our configuration, and that's exactly what we're doing. We are calling the VPC IDs by accessing its attribute by defining the resource type, and then we're giving the name that's in our configuration and what attribute that we want to collect or need. In this case it's ID. So we have defined our infrastructure. So let's quickly try to initialize this one. So whenever you have configuration declared, the first thing you typically do is initialize your configuration, and that's what we're doing. In the initialize process, Terraform's going to download the plugin that it needs to talk to my AWS provider. Once the initialization is completed, I could run Terraform plain, or I could just run Terraform apply. I know what my configuration is doing, so I'm just gonna do Terraform apply. Okay, so this will give me the quick overview of the resources that it's going to create and some of their attributes or arguments. Some of the arguments that we defined are known to Terraform already, but some of the arguments that we haven't defined that would get allocated automatically by AWS. Those are the arguments or attributes Terraform will know once the resource is created. And that's similarly for VPC, that some of the other arguments are not known yet. The site or something that we have defined is already known. So to create the resources, I have to confirm it. So I'm gonna press yes. So it will go in an order that it will create the VPC first, because VPC technically has two dependencies. We have explicitly defined that we want to have VPC created before EC2 instance get created. And in here, when we are accessing VPC's attribute, this is where Terraform's gonna automatically look into the dependencies, going to ensure that the VPC is created before it attempts to create the security group. And that's exactly what we're seeing it here happening. So first thing Terraform's going to do, create the VPC, and then it creates the security group. After creating the security group, it creates the EC2 instance. And it took 33 seconds to complete this process. It was relatively quick. So all those resources have been created in our environment. And with that, that's all I wanted to demonstrate. I just wanted to make sure that the things that we learned, that we put into the practice. Recap what we covered today. We looked into what Terraform resources are. We reviewed some of their key concepts like resource types, arguments, access, resources, attributes. We also explored their dependencies. And at the end, we demonstrated this concept with a practical example to help you kind of solidify your understanding. If you find this video useful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more Terraform content. If you have any questions or topics that you would like me to cover, please leave a comment below. And thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.